The style of music that we play here is really more suited to live. And it's sort of more or less a new direction. It's sort of going ahead to the past. You know, I'm a huge fan of organ jazz, and I've always wanted to perform that style of music. Absolutely, it is totally different to what I usually play, you know, in terms of style. But I was really approaching these shows singular, and not so much having anything to do with what I used to do, but, you know, doing the live thing and West Organ Trio. And, you know, my intentions are to record some organ music one day. I used to like gigging with my big band, and it got to a point where we were offered to do some shows, and the promoter was only able to pay a certain amount, but he wanted a big band. And so what was pretty clear from the very outset was that it wasn't going to work budget-wise. So I decided on a compromise. I decided on a smaller group. And I had a choice of an acoustic quartet or an organ trio. And I chose the trio because the trio has more fire to it. And I can also relate to the style and direction of their music because, you know, it is soul jazz, and soul jazz is sort of like the father to acid jazz. So there was definitely some connection there. And it turned out that I spent a week with one of my guitar heroes, George Benson, at his house. This was 10 years ago. And whilst I was there, I met my good friend and brother, Mr. Mel Davis, who is George Benson's primary organ player. And George put us together and said, you know, you guys should work together. It's an ambitious project. In fact, it's going to be a double album, double CD. Well, the first CD is going to be mainly organ trio stuff, pretty much the stuff we've been playing for the last 4 years. And then on the second CD is going to be my usual stuff, with some vocals from a young female vocalist that I met recently in the US. Her name's Aisha. And that stuff mainly is going to be programmed more my usual stuff, you know, because I don't want to stray too far away from what I'm known for doing, which is trying to mix hip-hop and jazz with urban grooves. So I want to do some of that as well, but what really excites me is the live studio recordings that I want to do with Mel. And some of the material that we're going to use on this new album we play tonight, and some other material is more original material that is written specially for the project. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And also, I'm also looking forward to showing my fans another side of me. That, yes, you know, I do play live and I do the studio thing, and I like to do jazz live, you know, real jazz guitar.
album Revealed, and my newest one called Mel Davis, It's About Time, due out February the 6th. It leans toward the traditional organ trio settings, but playing today's type music, and we're leaning heavily toward like smooth jazz, hip hop, and R&B, and which was never done on the organ before. And we're really excited about doing this new project with Ronny's album, because him and I both like to exchange ideas in the studio and collaborate together, and we always breed off of the same cloth, so to speak. We're always making songs up that's similar in thought. So I predict is gonna be our breakthrough for both of us.
As for the younger musicians, all we can do is encourage them and try to help them in any way possible. And that doesn't necessarily mean signing them to the label. That's not helping them. But what is helping them is just making them aware of the pitfalls that can come their way and just get them to be more street smart. What I love about Mel's playing is the unique voicings that he uses and his ideas and stuff, and I'm like, wow, how did you do that? And I've always been a long-time admirer of Hammond B3 players. I sincerely believe that the Hammond B3 is the most difficult instrument of all. I don't care how good you are on a guitar, on a horn, any horn, trumpet, sax, trombone. Trombone's difficult. I'm not saying they're all easy, but that Hammond B3 is a beast, and I respect anybody that can play it really well. And Mel is the first B3 player that I've come to know like a brother, and I admire him as a person anyway, as a brother, but as a musician, my goodness, I mean, to do what he does, sounds that he makes, it just blows me away. It never ceases to amaze me.
Mel Davis, G.L. Grice, Ronny Jordan.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure playing for you and being in Milan again, and I hope to come back again real soon. And I just want to say thank you, and God bless each and every one of you, and thank you for your support. Much appreciated.
Same goes for Mel Davis. We very much love Milan, and we hope to come back a lot of times and Here's to you with love from Mel and Ronnie Jordan.